Hello, ladies.
Hi, Ashley.
Hello. Welcome to Girlfriends Happy Hour.
I'm Melanie.
And I'm Monica.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the podcast where we three girlfriends get together. We invite you into our podcast lounge. We always have a seat at the bar here for you. Mm-hmm. And we chit chat about all kinds of things.
While drinking.
Which
makes it even better.
Yes.
Melanie cooks up the best, most alcohol-filled cocktails. Like this, and here's like I took a drink. I'm like, wow,
all the alcohol.
We snuck ahead a little bit on this one. Usually, I present the drink to the ladies, and we take our first sips. Yes. But we already started drinking these. And
I know that's what you left the room for 2 minutes. Ashley and I died for the drinks, but they just smell delicious.
So this is a really popular drink at one of our local bars, and it's called a pickletini.
Yum.
And it's not that it's only popular at this one bar in our little town. It's a very popular drink. But I did pickle juice infused vodka, and it's actually been infusing for a while because I mixed it up. And when I say a while, it's more than a couple hours. It's probably a couple weeks. But I thought, you know what? That's okay, right? You guys aren't going to get sick from that.
No.
Okay.
Not at all. No.
It's been in the refrigerator.
Pickles are, you're fine.
Oh,
Well, I
boy,
used the
I love
zesty.
pickles.
Yes, I used the zesty pickle juice. So I just mixed half and half juice and vodka. It's been in the fridge. And that's pretty much it. Poured it into my trusty martini glasses and garnished with a spicy pickle.
There is some, I want to say it's mango habanero pickle chips, like pickles that I bought from Meyer or Kroger. Those are delicious. Those would be really good in this. I was just thinking, because it's like
On
it's like a
skewer
little
with
sweet.
that and like some sharp cheddar cheese or something,
Yeah.
and pickle cheese, boom, meal in a glass.
Almost like a
With
Bloody
lots of
Mary,
vodka.
but ooh.
Yes. Last time we did Urban Legends, I was like, the perfect drink for that would have been a Bloody Mary, but we had just done Bloody Marys, so I
Yeah.
didn't want to do that.
Bloody Marys
but I
just
just love
work
them.
in almost every situation,
Yeah.
don't they?
Oh, I used to have, when I'd get home from work every day, I'd have a Bloody Mary. That was I felt so like Mad Men. I'd come home and have my cocktail, and it was always a Bloody Mary because it was like a snack.
In a fancy, yes.
How can you not?
My pre-dinner snack.
I know. Pre-meal.
So, yeah. So anyway, Monica and I just went to see a movie.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had
Yes.
Girls' Night Out.
Girls' Night Out, yep.
Through it was a charity event, and they do these periodically for different girlfriend movies.
Right.
And this one was A Bad Mom's Christmas.
And if you saw the first Bad Moms movie, hysterical. And this one is hysterical. Oh my God.
It outperforms the first one.
You think it's better?
I thought it was better. And normally,
It's like and they brought more celebrities into the cast.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
it's hysterical.
They have was it Cheryl Hines, Susan Sarandon. Oh gosh, what's
Wanda
her name?
Sykes is in it too.
She's
love
funny.
her. She
Oh
plays
my
like a
gosh.
therapist in the movie. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's like, you two are fucked up.
Yeah.
I can't remember the line, but
I
that
don't
was
know
it.
what to do. You guys are just crazy. But
and
it
then,
looks so good.
Who was? Christine Baranski. She's the other one.
Yes. Like
She's a
her.
hoot.
And yeah, she's playing the uptight mom just like she does on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Like I thought, but there was obviously a difference, but it was almost the same character. She was so hard on her daughter, Mila Kunis, who I love.
I do too.
She was great with Justin Timberlake in
Just Friends,
Just Friends.
right?
Oh, I
Isn't that the name of
remember
it?
that one.
It's something like
Yeah.
that.
Just Friends,
Yeah.
or I always
Friends with Benefits or
I get
something
that.
like that.
Oh, I think it's Friends. I get those confused. Just Friends and Friends with Benefits,
Yeah.
because it's a similar plot.
Yeah.
They
it's
are
Friends with
so
Benefits.
good.
I think you're right. It's
together.
Friends with Benefits. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, they're so good. Like I thought, okay, I'll watch it, whatever. Because I freaking adore Justin Timberlake.
Oh, who doesn't?
Oh my God, I want to just take him and eat him up, put him in my pocket and carry him around.
Carry
Okay,
him
never
around.
mind.
Because there's nothing creepy about that.
No. I love him so much. So Mila Kunis, who are the other friends? Catherine Hahn. She's
Catherine Hahn.
hysterical.
Kristen Bell's the other one.
Kristen Bell.
That's
yes.
her mom.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Kristen Bell is one of the friends.
blonde.
One of the mom.
Right.
Well, yeah.
No, I know, but her mom is Cheryl Hines.
Yes, Cheryl Hines.
Oh,
is
I
in
see.
it.
On one of the scenes too, when they're at the therapist, Wanda Sykes, Kristen Bell's like, yeah, my mom and I have slept in the same bed together until I went to college. And you can see Wanda Sykes like, oh
Oh, no.
crap.
I can't even handle this.
I just hysterical.
I love Kristen Bell. She's very. I like follow her on social media. And
You know she's from Michigan.
Yep, and she's super sweet.
Yeah.
Her and her husband are so cute together with
Both
their kids.
from Michigan.
I saw she was so she played Anna in
Yes.
Frozen, but her daughter wanted her to be Elsa with her for Halloween, so she posted a funny picture.
There's a pouty
Yeah.
picture of her standing there, and the outfit's all pouty.
Elsa.
Like, I don't
My
wanna
daughter
be
wanted to be
this.
Elsa, but she's super.
But those
cute.
two, she and Dak Shepard, again, both from Michigan.
Yep.
They met at a Red Wings game in California.
How crazy is
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Hockey brought another couple together.
Yeah. But they're such a
God
cute little
bless
family.
hockey. Yeah, they're adorable.
They are
Love
so
them.
cute and they're so sweet to everyone.
Yep.
And yeah.
And then I started thinking about some of the films that I have missed that are already out that I haven't seen.
Is that like when's the last time you've been to the theater? So you saw that? Oh, you saw
Just
last
it.
week.
Dead Moms.
And
Yeah.
then you saw it. Yeah, that's right.
It.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys, I didn't tell you a quick story about it. Okay, so I saw it so much later. It had come out weeks before that.
Yeah.
It seemed like weeks and months. And I hadn't been able to go see it. And I was asking, anyone available? Anyone want to go? Anyone want to go? And it was a Sunday afternoon and no one could go. And I'm like, I'm going to be a fucking badass and go by myself. And I know that, Ashley, I know you and Monica both,
we both.
you've gone to movies
Yes.
alone.
Many,
and
many
it's
times.
not a
I think I know what you mean. Like I think nowadays people just don't go anywhere by themselves. But I actually think it's really healthy and empowering to go by yourself places.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I think it's a personality thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if it's necessarily like, oh, it's 2017 and it's a different I think it's just a personality thing. And
Yeah.
me, I've never gone to a movie by myself ever. And I'm 46 years old, I think, 47. I don't know.
Wow.
It's close
Not, I
to
mean, wow, in
50.
the age. I mean, wow, that you've
No.
never gone to a movie before.
Never by myself. And
Oh.
I finally did, and I felt so empowered. And I just, and then I kind of felt silly because I felt so empowered. I'm like, dude, people do this all the time.
Well, you got to
Chill.
start somewhere, you know?
Yeah, and I'm after going through a health scare last year and everything. I'm like, well, if no one can go with me, why
Yeah.
the hell don't I just go by myself? And also because it was a scary movie,
Yeah.
I felt even more badass.
That is
Yeah.
true. That's true.
But I gotta say, I think if I wasn't so in love and infatuated with the book, and hadn't read it 1,000 billion times and everything, I think I would have been petrified at the movie.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, but I wasn't. It wasn't.
you sit in the
super
back
scary to me,
row?
but it was scary. No, I sat kind of in the middle. Like I was like right in the middle.
See, I
but
can't do
yeah,
that.
I thought about it because I'm like, okay, I want to sit against the wall so nothing can creep up
Yeah.
behind me.
That's why, no matter what, I always sit in the back row just for fear of something
Yeah.
behind me.
Yeah.
Even when you're watching like, Shrek the Third or
Yes.
something.
I want to
That's
be in
right,
the back
because
row.
when you and I went to that one movie, what was that? As Above and So Below or whatever. Do you remember that scary
Yes,
movie
I
we
do.
went to?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
we-
Wait, where was I?
hell, it was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Why
I-
wasn't I there?
I think you were working or
Why'd
something.
you go without
Something.
me?
I don't remember, but she was just like, "Do you have time?" And I was like, "Sure." But I remember you led all the way up to
I
for
do.
Scare Me all the way up to the back,
Yep.
back corner. We sat right
Years
up
and
against
years, the reason, one of the main reasons is years and years ago, there was some creep, and I think it was in California, that girls that were at movie theaters, as they're watching the movie, he'd go behind them, he'd cut their hair, and he'd take the hair.
Okay, I think that belongs in our last episode when
I
we
know.
talked about urban legends.
But that creep has, to this day, I think of that, and I'm like, I don't want anybody behind me,
Snipping
cut
my
my hair,
hair.
doing anything. I'm just going to sit in the back row.
Oh my
So-
gosh! Wow, I still can't get over the fact you guys went to a movie without me.
I know. I don't even
being
remember why. I
invited.
think it was like a spur of the moment thing where you.
It was one of those.
I feel like
yeah.
you needed to watch it for like your job or you needed to watch
Yeah.
something.
I can't even remember why. Yeah,
don't know
but it's a good
either.
movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, so
So you know what? You'll step up from that. Maybe you'll even go out to dinner. I used to. When before I was married, between boyfriends, if I want, payday, I wanted to go somewhere nice for dinner, I'd get all dressed up and I'd go out to eat by myself. No problem with that at all.
yeah, I'm the same way.
Well, as someone who did work in restaurants for many years, one of the things I was taught, you never say like on the speaker, like, Ms. Monica, party of one. You don't say
Yeah.
party of one.
Yeah.
And I notice people will do that sometimes. You don't say that, but I see people sitting alone eating all the time. And there's people who go on business trips
Yep.
and people who go sit at the bar by themselves. I mean, the really sad, pathetic ones, but then also just
Yeah, there's also normal
There's
people.
a wide range.
Yeah.
Of
wide
those,
range
yeah.
of people. That's kind of our joke. Mike and I will go to our our favorite bar that we go to a lot, and we'll sit at the bar and we'll be like, God, these people are here every time. They're always here. And then we kind of chuckle to ourselves like, yeah, they're here the same times we are.
They see you and
They're
are
probably
like,
going,
oh my gosh,
that's Melanie. She's back again.
There's that couple again. Oh my God. Yeah. I switch up my drink though, usually. So
Yeah.
that's fun.
Oh, that'll throw
I keep
them
the
off.
bar. Oh, it does.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Kendall Jackson for you today? No, today I'm going to do this. Or, I don't know.
You're like, wow.
Kettle One? Yeah.
She's so edgy.
switching up the type of vodka.
Well, I have switched. It used to be like, oh, okay, I'll just drink, vodka and soda because I can drink a ton of those
Yeah.
and not too many calories. But now I've switched it where I don't really drink as much. So I order like a fancy cocktail because I'm going to enjoy one or
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
And just sip it slow.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I've changed since, as far as my drinking habits, since being sick last year. So, yeah, I mean, we should plan some other movies to go. There's a couple scary ones coming up, right? There's, Jigsaw. I was never
I think
into
that's
the Saw.
out. I think that's
That's
already
out.
out already.
My daughter went and
look
saw
at
it
me.
last
I'm
night.
behind the times.
Yeah.
Is this, I saw this other one, not like a slasher film, but it's called Till Death Do Us Part with Taye Diggs.
I haven't seen this one.
I'm
haven't
not
seen that
sure
one.
if it's out or it's coming out, but it's to me it's like an updated Sleeping with the Enemy kind of,
Yeah.
where she
Oh.
escapes an abusive
That was a
husband and then he
good- that-
finds her.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, so I watched the trailer for that. Now I can't remember if it's already out or coming out, but that's one I would like to see. That
Well, this is the time of year when you start getting the really good ones too, around Christmas.
I've seen the promos for Murder on the Orient Express.
I really want to see that one.
I do too. That looks real good.
we should all go to that one together then.
Sit in the back row.
I mean, that's Agatha Christie, and there's some really cool films adapted from her works. I fell in love with he says Hercule Poirot in
Yeah.
the movie. It was called Evil Under the Sun, and it was in like early 80s, and I remember watching that in probably high school. I guess then I was really young and just being like, that is so cool. And I remember watching it a few times, and maybe it was because they were on a tropical island and there was sand and sun
That always makes everything look better.
and mystery. And then I also saw this new Jumanji movie coming out.
Who's in that?
Okay, so
Rock?
It's yes.
Okay.
It's Dwayne Johnson. Let's see, Kevin Hart and Jack Black.
Oh my
And Nick
gosh.
Jonas. But it's kind of like Breakfast Club meets Spy Kids 3D or something. They
Interesting.
and I'm not giving anything away because this was in the trailer. It's like these 4 kids get detention, and they're 4 totally different kids,
Right,
and they go
right.
to detention, and they have to clean out like the cellar, the cellar of the school. I don't know, the basement room, and so they have to clean it out. And they find this video game that they plug in, and they're like, "Hey, let's play it." They start playing it, and I think
It like transports them into the video game.
it transports them in the video game. But the one guy is like, "Does it matter which character we choose?" And he's like, "No, I don't think it matters." So they just choose a character. Well, like the popular cheerleader-looking kind of girl,
Yeah.
she turns into Jack Black.
Oh my gosh.
And like the really nerdy guy, he turns into Dwayne Johnson, and it looks like fun. I think that's
That'd
coming
be a
out
fun
closer
movie.
to Christmas.
Yeah.
I'd like to see. I loved the original Jumanji with Robin Williams and
Yes.
Bonnie Hunt. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I love that one.
Yep.
That was really good, and just I don't know, it's just fun. And even if you don't have kids, there's movies I'll tell my childless friends, you've got to see. I don't
Yeah.
care if you don't have kids.
Exactly.
You've got to see this.
That's so true.
Like Megamind. That was one of my favorite animated movies.
I think you made me watch it.
I probably
I
did.
I
think
have not
you
seen
did.
that one.
We saw it in the theater. Oh, I think you told me that before, Monica. And I was like, what the hell? I can't believe you
I
haven't seen
doesn't even
Megamind.
sound familiar. That's bad on
Because
me.
it came out about the same time as Despicable Me.
Oh,
And I think Despicable Me overshadowed it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I kind of think Megamind's superior a little bit. It's Tina Fey is in it.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell voices Megamind.
my
Brad
God.
Pitt
I love Megan.
is one of the voices in it. But the soundtrack is so 80s and totally rock and roll. And we saw it in the theater, and I was like, yes! And I was dancing. I don't know. Are there any movies you guys have seen that you're thinking you want?
You know, the one that I had missed at the theater, I'm still so angry about it because there's some, I mean, I'll watch at home, no problem, but there's others that I want the experience of going into the theater, going to the back row and seeing it on the big screen. I wanted to see Detroit. And I haven't seen that one
Is
yet.
it still playing?
No.
Like in
No,
some of
it's
the
not.
No.
I've heard mixed reviews about that. I wanted to see it also, but I
Yeah.
heard it's very tough to watch also.
It is because it's such a part of our history in Michigan. And I feel like, you know, just seeing the promos and reading more about this movie before it came out, I feel like, why wasn't I taught this in school? Why did this happen? And I don't know about it, you know? It was
It's-
made me crazy. So I just wanted to see the movie, but I missed it. So.
Yep. You know, Catherine Bigelow, the director,
Yes.
she did like The Hurt Locker too.
She's
known for she just
fantastic.
like gets right up close, personal.
Oh, yeah.
And like just the way she's a very good director, and I think the way it comes across is just really real.
That's it. She
And
takes it and like strips it down to this is what you
Yeah.
need to see.
Yep.
This is what happened.
So I know it's going to be intense, but yeah, it's on my to watch list also.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the movies that are like based on true stories and real people, is that something you really like to watch, Ashley?
I do. Yeah. There's. I mean, it depends on. Like I like historical movies. I tend to steer towards like true crime stuff. I think we've talked about that
Yeah.
before. But yeah, anything like that. I mean, I suppose Detroit would be like kind of like a true crime
Yeah.
type of story. I mean, that's history, but it's not like I don't know. It's dark history, I guess.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But yeah, no, I love documentaries too. So anything like that, I'm really into. Yep.
Well, there's a movie coming up called Molly's Game, and it's based on this professional skier, Molly. I can't think of her last name, but she ran this high stakes poker ring for like
Yes.
years until she was finally caught.
Who's the lead actor in that? Actress? I think I have seen a preview for this because I was
Well,
think
I did because she looks so badass. Like I don't know, like some women, like I have girl crushes on these women. Like I want to be so cool and gorgeous like that. And it's like that type and like the Mila Kunis.
Oh, yes.
I always say her name wrong. But just especially when she does those Jim Beam commercials, I'm like kind of like, oh, I want to drink Jim Beam.
I know. I want to be
with-
cool.
I
like
love
that,
Mila
too.
Kunis. She's hot. Let's just say.
Oh my
Mila
God.
Kunis is a
Amazing.
hottie, so you know
Yes.
she's
and she's got that
beautiful.
sexy voice
Yeah.
and
So
Yeah.
Molly's Game, it's Jessica Chastain,
yes,
and she's great in everything. I don't know if you saw what was it called?
The Zookeeper's Wife.
No, I didn't see that though.
Zero Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30.
You made
Yep.
that up.
Yep.
Zero Dark 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another movie called like Sloane or something. That one was really good too. But
She's amazing.
I did see
I
that.
mean, she can do any movie because if you saw The Help,
Yeah.
she played the ditzy blonde in that, you know?
was her.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, and then
Oh,
she
the
goes
great actress.
to Zero Dark 30 from that. It's like she's just got this range that's unbelievable.
She's great in Interstellar too. Interstellar, if you've never
Oh,
seen that.
that's right.
Christopher Nolan. Oh, that makes me cry every time. The movie makes me sob.
I love movies that just make me cry
Watched
every
one
time.
today. One of my absolute favorite movies. Because I like a romantic comedy.
Me too.
Because I deal with a lot of news and stuff at work. It's like, ugh, sometimes the world just makes me sad. So I like a romantic comedy. And it's been out for several years, but it's called Return to Me with David Duchovny
Oh, yeah.
and
Minnie
Minnie Driver.
Driver.
And she
sure Ashley's
basically,
seen it.
Yep.
and David Duchovny's wife, who he adored, died. And Minnie Driver ends up with his dead wife's heart. And they meet and fall in love. And it's just, Bonnie Hunt is in it and she directs it. Jim Belushi is in it. Carol O'Connor is in it. I mean, the cast of people, it's just amazing. And I just highly recommend that movie to anybody. It's so good.
It is a good movie.
What year is that from?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
it's probably from the 90s, late 90s.
Late
It was while he
90s.
was still in X-Files.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it really rings a bell.
Yeah.
But I can't think.
I can
if I've
see the
seen it.
cover
Yeah.
of it. I can
Yeah.
visualize
Oh,
it. Yeah. It is a very good movie.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that one. Absolutely love it.
Man.
So so how do you choose you're because you're home.
Yeah. Well,
and you're
or
doing
this
whatever.
morning, I'm up like
Yeah.
5 hours before everybody else is.
Yeah.
So I just go to the, DVR. I'm thinking, what on demand? What do I want to watch? And then I just kind of start messing around, picking in numbers, throwing things down. All of a sudden, that came up. I'm like, that's it. That's what I want to watch.
Yeah.
And another one, and I don't know how well this one did at the box office, but this is another one from the 80s, Drop Dead Gorgeous.
I love that movie.
I did see that.
That's a funny one.
Yes.
My gosh. I love right from the very beginning. The town they live has the oldest living Lutheran, and then it starts, goddamn Shriners won't take that sign down. Frida died 20 years ago, and it's just hysterical. Drop Dead Gorgeous. Kirstie Alley is in it, and
Kirsten
Dunst is in it.
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams,
Oh,
that's
I
right. That's
love
like
her.
one of the first times
Yep.
that we see her is in that movie. Oh, it's the cast. You won't. I mean, it's just so
Your
many
best
people.
friend
in it.
Allison Janney's in it.
Yeah, Allison Janney's in it as well.
So
Yeah.
we should touch on that a little bit.
Oh my!
I don't know if we've talked
gosh.
about this before.
We didn't. I'm sorry. I totally threw you under the bus. With
No,
that.
it's this. You would not believe how many times I've heard it, and I do not believe it. It's like I don't sound. People always tell me, oh, "You sound just like Allison Janney." I'm like, no, and I'll listen to her and I'll watch her talk and watch her shows, and I'm like, I sound nothing like her. Yet people will call and go, oh, "You sound just like her." It's like, no.
I had
Stop
to.
it.
I pulled up a bunch of YouTube videos and I shut my eyes and
Yeah.
I was just listening and I'm like, well, I guess I can see how some people might say that, especially like if you don't know someone.
Yeah.
Like, when I listen to this podcast and I listen to my voice, I hear my sister. And I never, ever, ever thought I sounded like my sister. But there's a lot of times
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I sound just like my sister.
Yeah.
Or My Favorite Murder. I swear, Georgia, her laugh is exactly like my friend Laura's from high school. And I always thought that when I would listen to it, I should have Laura listen to it and be like, she sounds like you.
She sounds just like you.
She's probably gonna say no, it doesn't.
I know
Because
she
that's
will.
what everyone.
Yeah,
that's what everyone says.
nobody thinks their voice sounds
No.
like anyone else. And it's hard listening to your own voice. Oh, when I listen to the podcast, I'm like,
Yeah.
ew, you sound
Yeah.
I
ridiculous.
don't like it.
No, and I'm in radio, and a lot of people, like when your commercials come on, or if you've pre-recorded your show or anything, all the guys I work with just listen intently to themselves. They love to. Me, it's like I hear my own a commercial, I'm like, click, turn the dial. And I was just like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't like to hear myself. I just think it's weird,
Well, it's good to listen back and then we can critique and tweak things and change things. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's
Too
enough.
critical.
So you like rom-com. I love rom-coms. I think that's my favorite genre of TV.
Yeah.
Just like you said, because
Yeah.
life is difficult.
There's too much. I deal
And
with so
let's
much. Yeah.
just have some laughs.
Make me
you-
happy
do you
or
have,
scare
like,
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite though? Like something that if it comes on, what is the one movie, and we'll say rom-com movie that
Okay.
comes on if you're flipping channels and it's on, you absolutely have to stop and listen.
Oh my gosh, probably Ever After
Oh, I love that one.
with Drew Barrymore.
Well, that's more of a drama though. isn't it?
Not really. It's a Cinderella
But
story.
it's not comedy.
It is. There's funny scenes
I
in
guess
it, but that's
I'm not
one.
trying to argue with you because
No.
I love that movie.
And another one that I do is Date Night with Tina Fey and
have
Steve
not even
Carell.
seen that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, man.
That's
so hilarious. That's a funny movie.
because Mark Wahlberg's in it,
Mm-hmm.
and at one point they have to go to him for help a couple times, and he never has a shirt on, and he's just beefed up. And
well, why have I not seen
I know
this?
Steve Carell's like,
Freaking Mark
do you even
Wahlberg.
own a shirt? Or
Yeah.
it's very.
You
funny.
should watch that. Like, you'd like it.
Yeah.
You would love everything about that movie.
I
Definitely.
totally would.
And I watched, in fact, another one the other day, and I don't even remember it being at the theaters or how well it did, but I love it. The Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Wahlberg, God, they're just cops who are just
yeah,
opposite,
yeah.
and it's so hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he keeps going, I'm going to go home to my plain wife and my plain house. And his wife is Eva Mendes,
Yeah.
like one of the most beautiful women on the planet.
Oh, poor you.
So it's very funny.
Well, oh my gosh, I have so many. Like I'm trying to think of. I mean, I've got my classics like
Yeah.
When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, God, I love that one.
That's always been one
Yeah.
of my absolute top favorites.
He's never going to leave his wife. I know.
You're right. I know you're right.
You're right. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, one of the other throwbacks, The Princess Bride.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of also like the first time I watched it was with a boy that I really liked in high school. We worked together at the video store.
Oh.
And he's like, well, come on back to my house and let's watch The Princess Bride. And I was like, okay. And yeah, we watched it in his parents' basement. And,
Uh-oh.
yeah. So that's as far as I'm going to go with that one. But ever since then, that's always been one of my favorites. And well, I was kind of like, she wasn't very nice to him. I mean, to Wesley. Do you think?
When she doesn't know it's him, you mean? Or because
he was the dread pirate.
Because he
Robert.
He was the dread pirate Robert.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she just
Yeah.
He takes no.
And then
Well,
she
he
pushed
was
him
me-
down the hill, and you hear
Well,
him go,
she didn't know it was him though. She was kind of badass in that way.
yeah, because just putting a mask over someone's eyes, it's like Clark Kent in glasses.
yeah, you couldn't tell it was Carrie
Oh, boy, you
Ellis.
could never tell it's
Eyes
him.
as blue as the sea. Oh man.
Yep.
Oh my God. There's so many. The Wedding Singer, who stars your favorite star. The Wedding
AKA
Singer is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Not a fan of basically anything with Adam Sandler in it.
Oh, you Stuck on You. Have you guys ever seen Stuck on You?
You've mentioned it a lot. I don't believe I have.
It's a Farrelly Brothers movie. You mentioned Eva Mendes. She's
Yeah.
in that.
This is one where they're hooked together.
Yes, Matt Damon and Greg Kinnear.
Yeah.
You've got this look on your face like, yeah, it's not my stuff. You have got to watch it.
I've seen it.
Oh, really? And you don't like it?
I do not like it. No.
Oh, we differ.
Yeah.
We differ greatly on
Okay,
this.
we're in a
Well,
fight
it's-
now. It's
It's-
one of those I was so excited to see it, and then it was just like,
Oh, my
yeah,
God.
didn't
Watch
like
it
it.
again.
I don't want to torture
yes.
myself again.
It's funny that you guys are talking about all these movies because while I've seen a lot of these and I like them, these movies are never my go-to movies. These are
Yeah.
not movies that I ever choose.
Right.
So like this is I'm polar opposite.
What
I think,
about
as
We
far
Are
as
the
that.
Millers?
That's a funny one. That is.
I
a
watched
funny
that the other day again. I love
one. I just never.
that movie.
I never
It's
choose
funny.
comedies first. Is my. Thing.
That's funny.
I just don't.
Comedy is my go-to.
Mine too.
Monica and I saw The Proposal in the theater together. That was hysterical.
Yeah, that was good.
She's like, oh my God. He's like, what? It's morning.
Yeah, I do like The Proposal. It's funny because at work, everybody on my team pretty much watches This Is Us, that TV show.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
Right? Everybody does, right?
I love it.
Everyone loves it, right?
Yeah.
And I like try to walk into a conversation. They're like, "Oh, This Is Us." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't watch that." They're like, "What do you watch?" I'm like, "I don't know, dark stuff."
Justin,
Not
what's
happy
his name?
things.
Justin Hartley. He's on This Is Us. He was in Bad Moms Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
He was, oh my God. He
He's
went in
one
to
of
get
the
his
dancers,
balls
isn't he?
waxed. Yes, because he was an exotic dancer. Catherine Hahn's character works in a salon. And she's like, I am so sick of waxing.
Oh my,
Oh,
God.
my
And she's
God.
like, whose am I going to wax next? And then he comes in and he's like, hi. And there's this whole scene where he's on the table with his legs over his head and they're just chatting.
Oh, my
She
God.
is, she is dying. She's losing her shit. Apparently.
Oh my God.
Okay, so obviously you need to go see that movie. Okay.
I
Anytime
haven't
she'll
seen
be
it,
coming
so I
back
don't even
soon.
know, but I can only imagine.
Yeah.
It is so good.
Well, so
You okay there, hon? You doing good? Oh my God.
Renee and I sat next to each other in that movie and we were dying laughing. Oh, there's so see, that's why I love comedy. It's
Yes.
just, like
It lightens
I've-
it lightens
I have
you.
laughed so hard just now
Yeah.
in the last minute. And it's just, oh, I feel so good. Oh, it's like, it is like, well, I don't know what to say, but it's definitely a mood
medicine
enhancer.
for the heart.
Yes.
That's
Oh
what
my
you
gosh.
wanted to
There you go.
say.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But you
before-
like the darker stuff.
Yeah, and I was gonna say before we get too far, there's a couple movies that I want to see
Okay.
that are they're more festival movies, so they've been at like the
mhm.
Vienna
films. So they're
They are
films.
They're
films.
films. Yes.
So the first one that I want to talk about is the Florida Project.
Okay.
So you guys probably haven't heard of it.
We will just listen intently
So you
while you
just
tell
listen
us
intently.
And
about
we'll
it.
nod our head like, yes, we know what you're talking
dumb.
about.
Well, I want to talk about Dumb and Dumber, Ashley.
Oh yeah. Well, we can
Oh.
go
How
back.
much I love Dumb and Dumber.
We can go back after
Okay,
I talk
we'll
about
go back
these
to your
important films.
now.
It stars Willem Dafoe. There's a couple other people that you may have heard of. I don't know if you you may have heard of him, but he's the main actor in it. And it is about it's from the eyes of a 6-year-old girl, and it's set in a hotel in Florida, obviously, right on the outskirts of like Disney.
Okay.
And it's basically a hotel where poor people live.
Okay.
Where they rent out a room every night. Sometimes they may not have enough money to rent out a room, but it's kind of one of the hotels where that's what it's known for. So it's like the part. It's basically it's just from this little girl and how she lives her day-to-day life, and her mom, who's young, is trying to like keep their heads afloat.
Yeah.
But
Aw.
her mom is probably like selling her body to pay for
Right.
things. And Willem
Well,
Dafoe
that sounds funny.
And Willem Dafoe runs this. He runs this
We're off the
hotel.
comedies,
Yeah.
people.
Yep. Nope. Gotta go dark for me.
We have gone.
Unless we're talking Pretty Woman,
You're right.
we are off the comedies for selling our bodies.
But Willem Dafoe runs the hotel, and he's like compassionate man, but he's like not allowed to let these people live here, so he has to like kick them out every once in a while, so they don't have
okay.
established like a permanent residence.
But
Oh,
he's
yeah.
still a good guy.
But he's a good guy, and he's like pretty much has to take care of all of these children that run rampant around this.
You
like,
scared me. I thought he was going to be a pedophile.
No.
So thank you.
He's a
for-
very like
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So watch the trailer for that. It'll probably make you tear up a little bit. But
It's
the
called
little
Florida.
girl, it's called the Florida Project.
Oh, the Florida Project.
And the little 6-year-old girl who's like the star of it is like amazing according to everyone. Like she's just great and
now
natural.
that's at different film?
Yeah, it's taken a lot of awards at film
This
festivals.
Pickletini's really hitting.
Uh-huh.
Getting to your brain.
Here I start
see.
going, they're too strong, yet I keep sipping on that one.
But it's already up for like a lot of people are already predicting it for a lot of Oscars. So
Really?
check it out. I
Oh.
said it here first.
Ashley
Duly
said it
noted.
here first. Ashley, like you do like the whole Oscar party thing with your friends, don't you?
Well, I didn't, or I used to, but I don't
Yeah.
anymore because
Okay.
I'm not
See, I
friends
always
with them
wanted
anymore.
to do
So
that. Get all dressed up
But
and
yeah.
everybody fill up, who you think's going to win, fancy drinks.
no, but I do still print out the ballots. Yeah, my boyfriend and I filled them out. I made him fill one out last year. I said, "You're filling it out."
He's like, I don't know any of these.
Clear,
But
you're
okay,
filling it
check,
out.
check.
I was
well,
like,
let's
filling it out.
Let's us have a
We
party.
really should.
We should.
Yeah.
We should have Joanna over because Joanna really loves it too. We could have like a little like.
She's a
Oscar.
fan favorite. I got a couple emails about that episode and how much people liked
Yeah.
that with Joanna.
We'll
and
have
we're
to
going
have-
to have more guests too.
Yeah, we'll have
eventually.
Joanna come and she can be part of it. So that's that movie. And the second movie, you guys will like this more, I think. Well, I mean, this movie sounds great, Florida Project, but the other one is called 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, which is a very long title, but it reminds me of like a Coen Brothers movie, if you
Okay.
like Coen Brothers films.
Yes.
It stars Frances McDormand,
Who's in, she's married to one of the brothers.
She
Isn't
is,
this-
yep.
That's why she's always in.
Woody Harrelson.
That's not why she's a talented actress.
She is a
Oh,
talented
yeah.
actress.
Okay.
However,
However,
yeah.
Woody
Not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson, Sam Rockwell, Peter Dinklage.
Oh,
I like him.
There's just
like
a ton
him
of
from Elf.
ton of awesome people in it, and it
And
is
Game of
about
Thrones.
a mother whose daughter is murdered, and she doesn't think the cops are doing enough to solve the murder. It's like it's a crime drama comedy, though.
do you
Because
see the daughter before
no,
she's
I think
murdered?
I don't know. From the trailer, you don't see anything, but
Okay.
but the mother the mother buys 3 different billboards along the
Oh,
highway,
sure, okay.
and puts like. You're not doing enough. Like puts all these things,
Oh,
and
wow.
she's really tough. It's Frances McDormand. She's really tough,
Yeah.
feisty, and the cops don't like it. So
Yeah.
it's like a dramedy. It's like comedy, but it's also dark because obviously of the
Sure.
content.
Oh, right. Wow.
But it looks awesome. It's also taking a lot of awards, and it's also high up on the Oscar prediction list for me. So
Cool.
those are the 2 I want to see.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
you should both watch the trailers after
right.
we leave.
Oh yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah.
I do have a hard time with dark ones with the children dying or the
Oh, I
pedophiles
like Lovely
or
Bones.
whatever.
Like, oh, even though I read the book and I knew it was going to happen, I'm like, I don't want to see
Oh gosh,
it.
yeah, and that's the thing. I love reading the books.
Yeah.
and then I'm kind of disappointed by the movies, but yeah, I don't know that I saw the whole movie Lovely Bones because it was
sad.
just
Well,
Just
the movie
sad.
wasn't great, and
Yeah.
the book was sad enough. And it
Yeah.
was,
the book was sad enough.
It
We
was.
didn't
It was
just
just-
torture ourselves.
dark and depressing and no happy ending. It was just like, okay.
So yeah, some other I think Ashley and I kind of share one of our favorite drama movies though.
Shawshank Redemption.
That's right.
You know what?
love
I had
that.
never seen that movie until last year.
Oh,
Really?
really?
The guy that I work with said, I'm telling you, you've got to see this movie. You've got to see this movie. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to. And then finally I saw the movie and I went back in and I was like, oh my God, I saw Shawshank Redemption.
Right.
It was
Yes.
amazing. And now he keeps saying you've got to see the Green Mile, but that I won't.
Oh, I did. I watched. That was good.
I won't see that.
Because of
The main reason is because, what was the actor's name who was the one in, he's passed away, hasn't he?
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they show a scene of him crying because apparently he's innocent. And it's like, I don't want to watch that. It's just that little scene alone broke my heart. I'm like, I don't want to watch that.
So that movie makes me cry every time.
Yeah.
But it's meaningful.
And Tom Hanks is in it too.
Oh, and Tom Hanks could be like, he's like my childhood like figure. I feel like he's like,
Yeah.
I could just.
He's
like,
your
I feel like
father
he's just like my
figure.
dad. Yeah, like he's just been in everything that
Yeah.
I love, and he's just such like a sweet, kind face, and I don't know.
Tom Hanks is awesome.
Yeah.
He's hosted one of my favorite podcasts, Wait, Don't Tell Me. He guest hosted that recently, actually.
cool. I'll have to
And it's
listen to
just
that.
so fun to hear him.
He's just
He's just
he's
silly.
one of the best actors out
And
there.
you know what? His son is also a great
Colin
actor.
Hanks.
Because he's in that.
he was in Dexter. I saw that.
Was he? Because he's in Life in Pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And he is just, that show is just, I love that show. And he's so funny in
Mm-hmm.
it.
Another funny thing is, okay, too many pickletinis. What the late night guy who does the driving in the cars with the
James
karaoke?
Corden.
James Corden.
Yeah.
He
Carpool
does,
karaoke.
and he also does the skits where he acts out the film career of different. He did Tom Hanks.
Oh.
Did you see that one?
No, but I love it when he does the crosswalk theater.
Oh yeah.
When the lights
the
red, they
cars.
run out and do
They
scenes.
run out and do scenes. Yeah, I know
I
I've seen that.
love
Oh
that.
my gosh, right. But he did like all, Tom Hanks, film career in 2 minutes, or well, it was like 10 minutes or whatever, but that was really funny.
Yep.
I
No,
love
I'll have to go
those.
look that up.
Oh yeah, those are really funny. James, I never watch his
Yeah.
show, but I watch all the YouTube,
Videos.
all the
Clips
videos
from
on
it.
YouTube
Yeah.
from it. And I should probably
He's
watch the show.
He is a very funny guy.
Yes. So yeah, Shawshank Redemption is has got to be one of the best dramas.
I think it's one of the best movies of all time. I mean, it tops a lot of
Yeah.
those lists.
The movie that I saw within the last few years that I thought, I really want to see this. And I'm glad I did, but it wasn't what I expected, but in a good way. Get Out.
Oh, I said that there was an
Yes.
episode where I wanted to talk about it, but I think
We talked-
maybe
yeah.
you hadn't watched it yet?
I
Oh, no.
hadn't, and I
You
still
hadn't.
haven't. So
You
I
saw it.
promise
Yeah.
I will watch it, and we can.
There's
talk
already,
about
I was
it.
reading in the paper that there's already Oscar buzz
Oh,
for the guy who starred in it. And I apologize, I can't think of
Jordan
his name.
Peele?
No.
Oh, starred in it, you
Starred,
said.
'cause he directed it, but yeah,
I thought you
starred in
said
it.
Started it.
But that is
I
an,
knows all the directors.
that is an
I do.
amazing movie.
It is.
Yeah.
For so many different reasons. It's creepy, but it's also really like thought-provoking
It is.
too.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic. You would love it. You would have
Oh
to
yeah.
watch it.
Yes, I
need to
agree. That's
see
one
it.
you would like.
Yeah. I was just thinking because we had talked about Matt Damon too. Good Will Hunting is one of my absolute favorite. You didn't like that?
Oh no, I'm just thinking it makes me cry every time.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just sob like
Yeah.
ugly crying,
Yeah.
sobbing,
Ugly crying, sobbing. Exactly.
So good. And then I was trying to think. Recently I saw Baby Driver. That was in the theaters recently.
Is that good?
That was really good.
I love Baby Driver. It got so much hype that I think there was parts where I was kind of like, I wish this was done a little differently. Like I think
Yeah.
the love story was kind of blah to me.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it.
No, I
Because
didn't
it was
believe
too-
either. It was too quick.
It was too
like-
quick,
Yeah.
so that part didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But like the action scenes and the music that they and like Ansel Elgort, the guy who played
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
I love him. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah.
But I think the love story was what threw me off the most because I was like, it doesn't seem believable at all. But I guess it's a movie, so whatever.
Right.
Interesting.
One more drama I want to mention
Okay.
is Pulp Fiction.
I love Pulp Fiction.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And the way the direct what is it I mean Ashley
Wasn't it
explain
Tarantino?
to me-
Tarantino. It's Tarantino. Yeah.
Explain to me how this works. So is the director the one who decides that the story, like how it jumps around, like, oh, this scene actually happens before the scene we just saw, but it's a whole different timeline.
Well, for that specific scenario, Quentin Tarantino, he usually writes his films and directs them. That's not always the case, though. There could
Right.
be somebody who writes a film puts it out there, who wants to direct it? And as far as like editing wise, I mean, it's usually a collaborative effort, and a director would make a final decision. He'd go into the editing room and be like, yes, I like how you did that. No, I want this changed. With that scenario, any Quentin Tarantino movie is going to be just like all him. It's just how he works.
You know, every time I hear or see Quentin Tarantino, my thought is John Travolta should be on his knees every night when he's saying his prayers to whoever Scientology people say their prayers to, thanking him for giving him back a career. You know,
I think they say their prayers to like a lava monster in the core of the earth or something.
Somebody who's living in the core of the earth. Yeah.
Have you guys seen Leah Remini?
Oh,
so while you were out of the room, that's what mostly what
that's
we
what we were
talked
talking.
about.
We were talking about Scientology.
We were talking about Scientology.
That's the last thing.
really?
When my daughter, when one of my daughters moved to California, the last thing I said, as she's getting in the car, I'm like, "Don't become a Scientologist."
Yeah.
Stay away from them.
Hell no, do not join.
It's a cult. It's not a religion. Don't buy into it.
Oh my god. You mean when I stepped out, I was curling my daughter's hair because she's in the musical Little Women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So their school is putting on Little Women, and she was like, "Mom, I need my hair curled," and I totally forgot. And we're in here recording.
Oh,
I'm like,
chatting. Yeah.
Oops, I'm busy right now, honey. But so she does great.
Mommy's
She's
busy.
Amy. She plays Amy in Little Women. She's the youngest sister, and I must say she's fabulous.
Well, she is. I've seen her. She is a very good little actress.
She's good. She's a good singer too, and I love it. But we're not talking musicals. We're talking movies today. So we've talked about rom-coms. We've talked about dramas. Suspense and horror. Those are two separate things to me, I think. But
Yeah.
suspenseful, like The Sixth Sense. Oh,
That was good. Yeah.
And just to find out, the twist and a spoiler. We're gonna have some spoiler alerts, I guess. But oh my god, the ending of that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. I know some people are like, "Oh, I totally saw that coming." No, you didn't. You
I know.
liar.
So I watched it. So I was 9 when I watched
You
it.
saw it probably.
I didn't see it coming, but my dad. I watched it with my mom and my dad, and my dad said he saw it coming, whether he really did or not.
Yeah.
Said
I
he
don't
did.
know, but I was 9 years old, so I did not see it coming.
Throughout the whole movie, I kept going, why aren't you talking? Why aren't you saying anything? You know, I didn't. You know, she's right there. Say something to her. And it just never happened.
Yep.
So
Nope.
that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, I like suspense over horror. I don't like slasher movies at all.
Did you guys ever see? It was called The River Wild with Kevin Bacon and Meryl Streep.
Yes.
I did. And
That was-
the little boy from Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember the little boy. I just
Is that
remember
like
Meryl
when they were
Streep and
whitewater
Kevin Bacon.
rafting and stuff?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
he was like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
that one, and I loved how she's so badass.
Yeah. Is that Kevin Bacon,
How many times
right?
have I said badass
I
today?
started watching
a few.
I started watching a movie this morning because again I was up 5 hours before everybody else was. Stir of Echoes.
We talked about it last week.
Yes.
Is that worth my continuing? Because I've only watched just a little bit of it.
That's the one we were talking about.
That's why you're thinking of it, because we had mentioned it in our Halloween special.
Okay.
Your friend,
my friend Brett. That was his house was haunted. We're gonna just say it's haunted.
Yeah.
And there's like a cutout patch of concrete in his basement that was repaired that reminded him of the movie Stir of Echoes.
Yes,
And I haven't seen it yet. 'cause
You
I've been
should
too
watch
scared.
it. No,
Yeah.
you should watch it. It's creepy.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch it in the daytime.
The little boy in it's creepy.
Yeah.
I guess like the thought behind it that it reminds me of Get Out, because basically he gets hypnotized
Yes.
and then it opens a door to the other dimension, so he starts
and
seeing
he just
ghosts.
gets
The little boy
slammed.
does?
Yeah.
No,
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin
Kevin
Bacon gets
Bacon, okay.
hypnotized and he ends up starting to see things and he doesn't know what's real and what's not. But his little boy is like he sees things too, so
Yeah.
he'll be like, "It's okay, Daddy, I
It's
see him
just
too."
Samantha
creepy.
or something. Yeah.
Samantha,
Oh, I
you
just
should
got
finish
chills.
it. Yeah, you should
Okay.
finish it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Misery. That's thinking of suspenseful. Yeah. I mean, obviously based on a Stephen King book, but
Yeah.
Kathy Bates is so awesome.
Well,
She's a goddess.
one of the best
She is
actresses.
the goddess of
She is
film.
And you know,
amazing.
another one that she's in. This is one of my favorite movies of all time, Fried Green Tomatoes.
Oh,
That
hell yeah.
going on like the lighter side.
Yeah.
I remember earlier I was thinking I want to mention this one because this is like a feel good movie that It makes me sad, but it also makes me so
I was
happy.
gonna say, I have it, and I've only watched a little bit of it because the beginning of the movie, somebody gets run over by a train. I'm like, and then I just stopped. I'm like, I don't want to watch this
Yeah,
movie.
buddy.
He just
But it
loses
sets
his arm.
it sets
Oh,
in
the earlier
motion.
Buddy. Okay,
Yeah. Early Buddy.
Well, yeah, but you should watch it, Monica. You'll love it.
Kathy
yeah.
Bates, that's empowering for
Tawanda.
Tawanda. I always think Tawanda. I think of
I'm older and I have more insurance.
yep.
Oh, when she's driving.
Yeah.
That's
You
right,
saw
driving the
some
car.
of it,
I
yeah.
have seen
So
some. yeah.
that's like a feel good movie for me. That it's just a good. I don't know. It's a good movie. It's a good film. I love it.
I wanted to ask you if you had ever seen another scary one. What's it called? The Babadook.
Babadook.
Babadook. Yeah.
I had never seen it.
That's good.
And I saw people dressing up as Halloween, and
Did you watch it?
I've never seen it.
Oh, I
no.
thought you meant you had. Ooh. So have you
it-
seen it?
I've
Monica?
seen it,
I'm
yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
So it's scary, but it's also more it's more psychological thriller because
okay.
of it's more a
is
metaphor.
scary.
It's more a metaphor for like depression.
Oh,
And I'll just say that because you haven't seen it. But it's yes, it deals with loss and how people deal with loss and grief in a different way.
Oh.
And I don't want to go into it, but like
Right.
the monster is kind of like a metaphor for like how you handle grief and grief as the monster in my
Oh wow!
viewing of it.
No, now
so
I
it's
really
a fascinating
wanna
movie,
see
but
it.
it's also really well acted. Like the mom is great. The little boy is creepy. He's a great actor.
He
I mean,
is.
he's really good for how little he
Yeah.
is to have to act the way he does. The monster's scary, but really, while you're watching it, just think about that because it's deeper than a normal horror film. I think.
Okay. No, that sounds really good. I would. I think I would like it
Yeah.
then.
FYI, On Demand, I think is one of the free movies. So
Yeah.
Okay.
It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is, but
that's where it was. Netflix. That's
yeah.
right.
It's
That's right.
Australian, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
Oh,
still
do they
on
talk
Netflix.
in a Cockney accent? Do they say, put another shrimp on the barbie for the Babadook?
No, it's like the Babadook.
Throw it in the basement for the Babadook.
So, did you guys know that it is already the highest grossing horror movie of all time?
Yes.
I did know that.
Crazy.
I also knew that the trailer, as soon as the trailer came out, it got the most views out of any film in the first like 24
Oh, people
hours.
like watching it over and over and then pulling that. Did you see this? You got to watch this.
Amazing.
And-
Yep.
And Stephen King really loved Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise performance.
He was amazing.
Yep.
He was so good. I mean, you know, everyone said Tim Curry so good, the original Pennywise, and I was like, well, yeah, he was good, but oh my god,
It's just because it's an iconic role.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but as far as compared to the book, because Pennywise to me in the TV version with Tim Curry was just kind of, he was too silly.
Campy.
yes,
He was too campy.
Yeah.
This, like, you know, this new Pennywise, he's silly because he's a clown, but he's like a demented silly. He's scarier. He's darker. Like his humor is like, you know, I don't know. He did a great job. That part when he comes out of like the fridge, I think, and he like crawls towards Eddie.
Oh, and he like unfolds himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he dances towards him. Oh,
Yeah.
It's like a good creepy, silly,
Yes.
funny. Like where you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna laugh because I'm so uncomfortable. That's what,
Exactly.
that's what you want. You
Yeah.
don't want like,
Exactly.
is your refrigerator running jokes, because
Right.
that's not really scary. That's just
Not,
goofy.
not
Yeah.
anymore. And yeah, like you said, and when we talked about it before, how, you know, things that were scary to us back in the 80s are not necessarily scary now. And I love how the director and everyone kept Bill Skarsgård away from the kids, so that they had real genuine reactions. And there's this one video of them talking about how the first time they came face to face with him was that scene where they're in the garage and they're watching the projector, and they were like, it was terrifying.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Did you guys ever see 10 Cloverfield Lane? Speaking of suspenseful, creepy ones.
Yeah.
Was that good? I heard mixed reviews.
So I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like not a lot happened. It was just
No.
more a lot of suspense, a lot of build up, and not a lot of
A lot of
payoff.
it off screen. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, there it comes. You never saw. Everything seemed to be off screen, you know.
And I think that was probably the point.
Yeah.
Only because they didn't want you to know what was real and
Yeah.
what wasn't.
Right.
John Goodman was good. I mean, he's John Goodman and I love him. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it was not as much of like a payoff as like you would want it to be.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
Cloverfield was a lot happened in that, and that was all. But this was like, is it? You kind of didn't know. Is it in the same genre? Is
Yeah.
it really about
Is this
aliens?
really,
or is it
ha-
really
is
not
this
about
really
aliens?
happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I have a little quiz question for you guys.
All right.
all right.
Do we win prizes?
Yes, you win my adoration
Oh,
and everybody's.
That's great. Okay.
Whatever. They're
Working hard for this one. Okay.
okay. So, what is the significance of the 1927 film *The Jazz Singer*?
Like in regards to who's in it, or
In regards to
Because it's Al Jolson,
the
isn't
type
it?
of film. Yes, it's Al Jolson.
Yep.
It came out in 1927.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you can think of noteworthy about it?
Isn't
I've
it
never
Liza
seen
Minnelli?
it.
Is it Liza Minnelli?
I don't know.
Liza
about
Minnelli
that.
was not even born in 1927.
Oh, you're right. 27. Was it Judy?
This.
I don't know, maybe
it
I'm
was
thinking of something
okay. So I'm
different.
just going to tell you that it was the first non-silent film ever made,
Oh,
like motion picture length
with
film
with sound,
with sound. Yep, they called
Okay.
it a talkie.
a talkie. Yep, I did know that.
So The Jazz Singer, 1927, the first talkie ever made. It was Al Jolson, who was dubbed the world's greatest entertainer, and it was a Warner Brothers film.
WB
I know. Like, how long have they been in business?
forever.
Dang.
Yeah.
forever.
So yeah,
Cool.
So I just thought that was
I did
kinda
not know
cool.
that.
Never
No.
seen it.
Did
Maybe
not
we
know
should
that.
watch it. Just for
27.
funsies.
For funsies.
Just for funsies.
Just
We
for
should watch it.
funsies.
Well, so this was fun. Just
This
chatting about
was.
movies. We need to have like a movie night and watch all the Oscar buzzed movies.
I think we should do. You know
As
what?
I'm buzzed right now.
We
on my
should watch.
fettuccine.
Yeah, we should do a live podcast as all of our friends are over for an Oscar movie.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be fun.
We could wear our
wonder how that would
furs and
translate.
jewels and that sort of thing. It'd be lovely.
Yes. Yeah.
should
I've
plan
got
that.
a
Furs
pink
and jewels.
boa from like, my daughter's dress up days.
Oh, there you go. That'll work.
That work?
All right, you guys, thanks so much for coming again.
Oh
Thank
gosh,
you.
thank you for coming into our podcast. Remember, share with your friends, make your friends share, and subscribe, rate, and review, please.
Please, please, please.
We're asking nicely. Do not make us come over there. You do not want us at your door because we'd be angry bitches and you'd be scared. So,
All
who
right.
we are.
Well, have a good night.
Or a good day,
Have a good night and a good day.
great afternoon.
Whatever.
Just-
And cheers.
Cheers. I'm drinking more of this pickle tea. It's really good.